Good afternoon. Welcome back. Kent Bayman, 9 Business Group, Elevate Your Business Spotlight interview. We have Nathan Nasseri joining us today. Nathan, welcome. Please introduce yourself. And if I pronounce your last name wrong, my apologies. And also tell us your company name, but more importantly, what makes you unique, what sets you apart from the competition. Nathan, welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Kent. My name is Nathan Nasseri. I'm the CEO and founder of ResVR. We are a software company for home builders. We charge a subscription to help them visualize and sell their home models, including all the options and upgrades they offer to their home buyers.
So just to clarify though, not for custom builders, it really is for large scale home builders. What would be a typical ideal client? How many homes would they be producing a year?
Anywhere from 100 to 1,000 homes per year is typically the type of home builder that we like to work with. Um, we do have, competitors in the market, but they're prohibitively expensive. So we're trying to be the more affordable, sustainable option for home builders, and really help them sell the most expensive upgrades that they can do to the house.
How do you do that? How do you help a home builder sell more expensive stuff? Because probably not just home builders want to know, but there's probably I've tried to do the I'm going to order myself a new car and I'm going to get some features and talk about clunky and useless software. So maybe the car manufacturers that can learn something. So how do you help a home builder upgrade?
Yeah, it's a great question, Kent. Basically, what we've decided to do is take technology from the visual effects and the video game industry and apply it to the home building and new construction industry. It's something that has been done for the last 10 years. It's just now the technology is at such a powerful level where the fidelity and the quality that's possible to do with this, especially with a skilled team like ours, um, we can make the house look better than the real house, my personal opinion. But that is really what we love to do is create a absolutely stunning, completely realistic looking home that accurately showcases to the home buyer exactly what they're going to get.
Love it. Looking back, you said this is your second go round at building a custom software, if you will, for the home building industry. Tell us a little bit, going back, whatever years it was, to kind of what you built the first time. And you indicated that you had sold it. So share with us, because many business owners go, I want to build something and sell it for millions of dollars. Can you share some insight as to what the reality was of building something and selling it? What was good about it? And was there something that's like, yeah, probably don't want to do it again, and this is why?
Yeah, that's was quite an experience. I actually wasn't building my first company with any intention of selling it. Um, I just wanted to build cool tech, and that's just ultimately what really drove me. Was having something that really stood out in the industry as being um, better than the rest. I think ultimately, if that's what you're trying to achieve, that inevitably will lead to someone wanting to buy your company. Um, and I would say the biggest thing I learned from that experience was, um, don't get too attached to your company. It was a big part of my identity. So losing that part of myself was actually quite emotional for me in a way that I didn't expect it would be until after that had happened. And secondly, was my first company was all services based. So there was no recurring revenue, which didn't, it kind of created a little bit of friction sometimes with our customers where if we didn't deliver the product that they were asking for, we would have to charge them more to get it to that state that they were asking. Um, that's a lot nicer when you have a recurring business model and long-term customers, is that you can work with them and basically become their partner and build exactly what they're looking for without having to worry about how are we going to pay for this, because there is a continuous income coming from that customer, which is really why I love having a subscription-based company now.
Was there anything you do different in selling that company? Was there a significant lesson that you take away and would impart, if you could impart it upon other entrepreneurs who in a position to maybe sell their company, other
Hmm.
than just that personal identity and it becoming you, which I totally get?
Yeah, I would say, like for me, it was just the right place at the right time. So if it doesn't feel like the right place at the right time for you, then don't do it. I personally was very burnt out. I was the, person doing everything at the company. Um, and really when I met the strategic buyer, it was just like they could take my tech into every home builder in North America. And that was something I really wanted to do. Um, so that's one of the biggest reasons I decided to sell was I would be able to focus purely on building our technology instead of having to do all the legal stuff and accounting stuff and sales stuff and marketing stuff and everything that goes with running a business. Um, so it allowed me to really focus on what I wanted to do and what I wanted to build instead of having, 100 other things per day distract me.
Great insight. Thank you. Looking back, and I'm gonna fold the two questions into one. What is the greatest lesson you've learned in business? AK, what is something you know now that you wish you would have known back then?
Yeah. So I would just say, in terms of like company valuations and being able to ask for multiples of your revenue, when you have a recurring business model, it is industry standard to get a multiple of what your revenue is if you have a recurring business model. If you have a services model, you just do the job one time and you get paid for it. Basically whatever your revenue is what your company is valued at. And on a subscription based business, you could basically ask for anywhere from five times to 20 times your revenue, in terms of what your valuation would be in terms of when you're looking to sell it. So that was something I had no clue about when I sold my first company. Um, and I would say it is a lot more tricky to build a subscription based business. You typically require a lot of upfront capital and investors, um, and you have to really understand the product you're building. Whereas if it's services based, you have the flexibility of having your customers basically fund your research and development and building a product that way.
That is fantastic insight there. Thank you for that. Looking at your current business, your current state, if there was a thief, someone's hacking in, someone's walking in the back door, what are they stealing from you?
That's an interesting question. Um, I wouldn't really say there's anything that they would be stealing. A lot of our secret sauce just comes from my team and I's history working together. We've been working together, many of us, for over 10 years. Um, and it's just a very specialized field of work that we operate in. So I'd say, you know, you can't really steal intellectual property that lives in your head, because it's just something where it's like when you get really good at painting, no one can come in, they could steal your paint and your paintings, but they couldn't steal the talent that you developed over many years to become a skilled painter.
I think if I've asked that question 100 times, that is the first time I've got that answer. I love it. No, very good. I love it. Okay. You've done it a few times now. You've been around successful people. You've worked in the family business, which ultimately is successful, having built 17,000 homes. What is your current definition to what, how do you currently define business success? What does success look like for you?
Um, just be more successful than my family. So the bar is set really high in my family. I've got um, quite a high bar to jump over. Ultimately, for me, I just want home buyers to really understand what they're getting. Um, that was like a big issue I had when I was selling houses myself, was the customer is being surprised the first time they see their house built for the first time. Whereas I knew exactly what their house would look like. They really didn't understand until their house was fully built every little detail that was going to be into their home, which I think is crazy. It's the most expensive thing you're going to buy in your house, and you're basically buying it and having it built and just trusting that it's going to turn out the way that you think it is, which most of the time is fine. But every now and then you run into a circumstance where a customer thinks they're getting something totally different than what they're actually having built. That's not a good situation for anybody to be in. Um, so I just feel like it's, with all the technology that we've had, you know, over the last 50 years, cell phones, the internet, reusable rocket ships, I think it's create like absolutely bonkers to me that people are still buying a house using floor plans and small product samples to really visualize what their house is going to look like, and trusting their imagination is going to paint the proper picture for them, because that's just a skill that takes years for a professional to develop, and home buyers just don't have that skill, because it's typically the first time they bought a house at all, and they have to start from scratch, and that's a big undertaking for anybody, let alone someone that's never done it before.
Absolutely. No, I can relate 100%. And yes, if you're not a visual person, you can't even imagine. Because yes, taking something from 1D, 2D floor plan and going, what are these walls going to look like? What's going to be experienced to walk through the house? So, good on you. I love the passion. Lastly, more importantly, who should find you and where should they find you to sign up with you so they can help their clients have a better buying experience?
Well, the best thing would be to connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm very active on LinkedIn. And the second best would be going to our website, resvr.com. And yeah, the type of people we're looking to connect with are people in the home building industry, in particular production style home builders, that build anywhere from 100 to 1,000 homes per year. Um, and yeah, we just love solving problems for our customers. So if you have something that's you think is an unusual ask, like that's what we're here for. We're really our technology partners for our home builders, to come in and solve problems for them and help them streamline their businesses.
Excellent. Well, keep up the great work. Love the passion, love the vision. We're looking forward to hearing the rest of the story. Keep it up.
Thanks, Kent.
You're welcome.